welcome back year 4. So we've got lesson 23 now, so it's another lesson on time. A little bit of a recap, and then you're going to convert some minutes into hours and minutes, or some hours and minutes into minutes. All right, so we're working both ways. So let's just make sure that we understand 2 for the next 6. All right, the bottom 3 are relatively simple. Okay, these first though, a quarter of an hour. So I've put 1/4, I've written in its fraction form. Yep, 1/4 of an hour. How many minutes would that be? That would be 15 minutes. Okay, half an hour. How many minutes are in half an hour? Half of 60 is 30 minutes. 3/4 of an hour. Well, if 1/4 is 15, what are 3 15s? It's 45 minutes. And then these ones should be relatively straightforward. 1 hour, we should know by now, is 60 minutes. If I double that 60 to get 2 hours, it's 120 minutes. And then the last one, 3 hours, would be 3 lots of 60, wouldn't it? Which is 180 minutes. All right, so just take a little look at those. Okay, fab. So, all right, so let's just give you a little example before it's your turn. All right, so say we had, just say I go for 73 minutes, and I ask you to convert that. Just check it's not the top one. Not for you. Actually, we'll go 83 minutes. All right, so it's not close to your first one. 83 minutes, and I want you to convert that into how many hours are in it, and then how many minutes are left. So how many hours can you take out of 83? You could take out 1 hour because it's 60. You couldn't take out 2 hours because that's 120 minutes, and we've only got 83. All right, so I'm going to take out 1 hour from this number. So I need to take away 60, don't I, out of 83. So that 1 hour is 60 minutes. And then rather than do an 83 take away 60 sum, I would say to myself, well, what do I add to 60 to get up to 83? Because I find that a much easier way in my head. I would add on 23, wouldn't I? So 1 hour and 23 minutes is equivalent to 83 minutes, isn't it? All right, if we go for one more and I say, right, this time you've got 145 minutes. And again, you need to convert that into hours and minutes. Well, this time, how many hours could you take out of the 145? You could take out 2 hours, couldn't you? Because that's 120 minutes. And what do you add to 120 to get up to 145? 25. So that's how many minutes you've got left. So again, 2 hours, 25 minutes is the same as or equivalent to 145 minutes. Hopefully that explanation made sense. Okay, now it's your turn. So you've got these 5 problems, and you can see some of them you convert into hours and minutes, and some of them you're working the other way back. You need to work out how many minutes there are, for instance, in 1 hour and a quarter. Yeah, 1 1/4 hours. So again, pause the screen now. Press play when you're ready to go through the answers. All right, so this first one, 74 minutes. Well, 1 hour is 60 minutes. What do I add to 60 to get up to 74? 14, don't I? Okay, so 1 1/4 hours. Okay, so if I go back to this, well, 1 hour is 60 minutes, and a quarter of an hour is 15 minutes. So if I add those together, I get 75 minutes. The next one, if I take 1 hour out, which is the 60, what do I add to 60 to get up to 96? 36 minutes. Okay, 2 3/4 hours. So 2 hours is how many minutes? It's 120. And 3/4 of an hour is how many minutes? It's 45. If I add those together, I get 165 minutes. Yeah. And the last one, 140 minutes. Well, how many hours could I take out? I could take out 2, couldn't I? Because that's 120 minutes. How many minutes are left? 20. So there are your answers. Okay. So well done for having a go at those. Hopefully you got 5 out of 5. Don't worry if you didn't. All right, some of them are quite challenging. Well done for using the method that I showed you, though. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great day. Maths is fun.